part 2 of my travel nurse assignment. This is the 3rd and 4th week of my nursing assignment. This place I stayed in for literally 3 weeks, and I decided to go out. This place was really nice. It had like a rooftop community room. This is the club room. You can just sit here and watch TV, play some pool. It was a really nice setup. I felt like if you stayed here and you knew people and even went to the college, this would be a great place to like celebrate a birthday or just come together or watch movies together and like have like a season premiere thing up there. I don't know. I would do so many different things because, you know, your girl is creative and likes to have fun. Anything for a vibe, you know? They even had an outdoor patio. It was locked because it was freezing outside with a fire pit. It also had like a grill station, a propane grill, which really nice, really beautiful. I think in the summertime, in the springtime, it was probably like a real good vibe. I went to the mall and I picked up a few things while I was there for skincare and like clothing. And then I moved. I moved to another apartment. Because it's hard if you don't make arrangements in this field. I did this travel assignment at the spur of the moment. I really didn't even think I was going to get picked. I was doing a lot of like interviews and PRN interviews as a nurse because I hated my other job working in neurosurgery for Texas Health. So at the end of the day, I ended up going here because the Airbnb was taking the next few weeks because I didn't make an arrangement with the Airbnb place because they acted like they didn't want to make an arrangement. I mean, why wouldn't you want somebody in there for the next 3 months? So I ended up moving apartments, did my Instacart, and I stayed at a really, I want to say this was like a little bougie apartment situation, but I loved it. One thing about me, and I think this is where my con with travel nursing would be, you would make more money not using up your housing stipend. And I didn't use up my housing stipend, but I could have probably went somewhere cheaper. They had a beautiful state-of-the-art fitness center. It was a huge one. I was working out literally like at least 3 times a week, which was great. And yeah, I loved it here. Too bad they booked as well. So I only stayed here for like basically 2 weeks. So your girl's basically a nomad because I haven't solidified a place consistently. And I love the sun that came into this apartment. This apartment was my favorite. It was the most expensive out of all the places I've stayed. And I knew I couldn't stay because I really needed to save and do the things that I wanted to do. So this is the apartment downstairs. It's called Soul Apartment. So if you do a travel assignment, this is downtown Des Moines, Iowa, right next to the hospitals and stuff like that. So this is a good spot for you, especially if you have somebody else you're doing a travel nurse assignment with. I would definitely pick this place. I meal prepped as usual and got ready for work. And, you know, it's been a lot of pros and cons. March was really hard for me because my schedule really sucked. I worked a lot of weekends. I worked a lot of shifts back to back, like 3 shifts back to back, with 1 day off and then another 3 shifts. And then this is when they started floating me too. So I decided downstairs in my apartment, they had like different restaurants. So I tried to Thai flavors. This is one of the restaurants I decided to try. So I'm trying out this Thai restaurant that's not far from where I'm staying. And I'm excited to try it. It has really good ratings. It's my day off, so I'm trying to pour back into myself, and one way that I pour back into myself is eating. I love trying a new place to eat, so I'm trying that out today, tomorrow, or tonight. I may start the wash and go. I'm gonna do a wash and go on my hair, so I may start tonight, but I just don't want it to get messed up if I fall asleep. So I'm gonna do a wash and go, so my hair. I ended up ordering a spring roll, and it had really good. It was really good. It was really fresh. I would say it was really fresh. I would also say it wasn't the best spring roll I had, but it wasn't horrible. The food in Iowa was a little mid, but it was fresh. Now, I would say also that the spice levels wasn't giving like what it gives at my favorite Thai restaurant back in Arlington, Texas, but it was still good. I ended up washing my hair because my hair was straight, like literally all of December, all the way to February. So I washed it, deep conditioned it, and I decided to do a wash and go. And I was like, you know what? I want something really good to eat. Let me make some salmon because I haven't made salmon in a minute. And, you know, I deserve it. So I had worked out as well this day. So I decided to eat something pretty healthy and not something that's packed with sodium, whatever the case may be. So I made me some salmon, and this is the first time I took the skin off myself. Usually my husband does it for me, but it was easy for me to do it because, child, this was a small piece. It wasn't the big slab, the big slab. My husband usually does it because I ain't got time. I don't got time. So, so that was that. And I've been enjoying my me time. I've been enjoying not being overstimulated every single day. Every day I'm overstimulated at home because I have to remember everybody's stuff. Everybody's always asking me for stuff, where their things are, like I'm supposed to know. And still being able to do the things that I need to do for myself along with my husband's stuff. So one of the reasons why I did this was because my girls are getting older. They need to become more independent. And I would say I'm an enabler because I rather just do things myself to make sure things are done right. But now they have to learn. They have to learn. And if you're going away to school soon, you need to learn how to do certain things on your own and to use your brain in problem solving, So I will say that I would say Anaya had the toughest time. Joseph cried a lot, but I think he still did pretty well. Anaya was sending me text messages literally like every single day the first few weeks talking about I didn't sign up for this. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I didn't realize you was gonna be gone, blah 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 blah. So, it's just a lot. And finally I think we're at a stage where it's not as bad. So the grease was popping me. So I ordered stuff. Oh, so I've been ordering stuff from Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is a supermarket out here in the Midwest. They don't have like a H-E-B, which I'm used to in Houston, but Hy-Vee is very close. Now, I will say that I have not went into any supermarket. I have been DoorDashing, Instacarting. I've been living my best life. This is the softest life I've ever had. So this is me at work doing my thing, and I work in pediatrics, and I love it. I will say this was the hardest time of me working because my schedule was bad. They started floating me to a different department that I did not sign up for. It literally is the opposite of what I've been doing. So stay tuned for part 3.